I've watched a lot of Netflix shows on the stuff. There's some interesting stuff actually. Like there's a in Asia, I think in China or Japan, one of the two. There's a dude, and this is just one example, but the whole thing was on small restaurants. There's a guy who does a, what do they call, like a food vendor? He's like a food vendor, right? But he's got like a setup that moves. He, listen to this, like, you don't know where he's gonna be. So he's not in one location, firstly. So he's not like he's at the corner at Newtown Junction. Nah, he's not in one location. You only know about his location when he tweets his location. And he's somewhere in the city.
And it blows up.
Bro, like crazy. That people gravitate towards that. They literally say they're excited at the fact that they don't know where he's gonna be and da da da. And it's like everybody's like trying to catch him and I'm like, what? And he's like, dude, I sell out in a day, 2 days, or whatever the case is. You see, like concepts like that. There's another one where this guy, also literally small, it's probably the size of this room, and his kitchen is, so you know how like a bar, you can see the guy making the drinks. For him, it's a bar setup, but you can see him making the food, and there's no tables. You stand when you eat because you must eat and then leave.
What?
I kid you not, bro. And it's popular. There's no tables and chairs. Like, there's no seating arrangement, nothing like that. Come in, you stand, you chat to him. You can chat to him. He chats, da 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 da, and then you leave, bro.
I think in South Africa, you only stand and eat when you're eating boerewors and you're like watching a rugby game or something.
Yeah. Around, yeah.
I don't know. Can you tell South Africans, no, here, you stand.
Here you stand. They're going to say, oh,
you're so disrespectful.
Exactly. So it's so interesting, dude. Like if you look at like Europe, America, I guess Asia as well, the food concept space is so big actually. And it's interesting how the consumer behavior, I find that very interesting. Like you have these weird concepts and people gravitate towards it so much, and I'm like, in SA that's not flying.
Yeah, no.
You know, in SA you
probably
need
in
that
Africa, right? Because it's a culture thing. Here we still. I mean, I don't like it when they do this, but first world countries will still label us as conservative. No, we're just cultured. We respect people. We're not mislabeling and no, we actually understand. Here there's Ubuntu. Here there's humanity. You walk in the door, you say hi. You don't just yo guys. Sure. No, none of that stuff. Yeah. And I think they're just not used to that. Like you don't just enter, and I guess that's what colonizers have been doing. You accidentally land on a place and it's like, yeah, so this is what we're doing. Yeah. No, where's your greeting?
Yeah, people just like pull up.
Yeah,
like, yeah, this is our spot. We're here now.
This is our new restaurant. What you do here? We put the brine meat underwater first before eating. Anyway, guys, what's good? Welcome to another week of Before You Weekend. Happy Friday. We don't know where you're watching this, but we assume you're watching this over your lunch break. Please do not get caught. If you're watching this while you're working, this is available on Apple Podcasts or Spotify if you need it in audio. It's been a good and busy and a heavy week for us all. Calvin, how are you feeling?
I'm all right, man. I'm okay. I think off the bat, just having a bit of a heavy week, losing a fellow brother and friend, Mpho Sebeng, incredible actor, incredible human, in fact, for those of us that got the chance to kind of know him personally, So, yeah, I think it's just one of those just unexpected situations. So it kind of throws you off a little bit, So I think, we just all currently just dealing with that. And I think even as the country, just kind of feeling that loss too. Yeah.
I won't lie. It's kind of weird how, and I mean, because we are faith-based people, it's every time you hear about a young person passing away, it's almost like the reminder in the book of Ecclesiastes that it's almost, I forgot how you guys will correct it in the comments, but basically funerals are the time to sober up and you realize, have you got your stuff in order yet?
Yeah.
Are you sorting your things out? And I think also for me, it's like, because I'm a new father, it's like, okay, should life happen to me out of nowhere, are they ready? Like, do they have everything they need? Even if I didn't accomplish 10 of the things I wanted to accomplish in my next 10 years, can they at least live? And it's like seeing things like that, like at the rate that young people are passing away, it's getting scary.
Yeah, I
some
agree.
it's self-inflicted, some it's accidents, like some it's sickness. But regardless of how someone is passing away, the rates of young people passing away, I would not be surprised if it's faster than any other generation.
Sure, hectic. I've never thought of that. Yeah, yeah. I think it is. I think it is. It is crazy, and it does get you thinking. You know, which, I mean, it's one of those hard reminders you actually don't need to really just like. I think just be of value in life. You know, in the world and how you engage with other people and things like that. So it is like a very hard reminder of that type of stuff. You're right. And then most of all, I think, yeah, for the people that you're leaving behind, are they going to be okay? Are they going to be sorted without you and things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very hard reminder.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to go from what's been big and happening. So that's the biggest thing right now. Right under that is Drake versus Kendrick.
OVO. That's what
You've been waiting to say that.
I've been
you?
waiting to come to App Studios to go say OVO.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel two ways about it because one, I was tired of it. Like, yo, the back and forth is great. The competition's beautiful to see. Then it got too much, and you and I had a disagreement about going too far and boundaries.
For sure.
Do you feel like now they went too far?
No, I don't.
Because they could both potentially be in jail. With what
I don't. I'm just like, how do I put it? I'm like, there isn't, you know, in rap, like there isn't too far. That's what I said.
I will always disagree with that.
He disagreed. I feel like in rap, there's no too far. You know, like especially like when we're talking like beef and you know, like we're going off of each other. Like there isn't too far because now it's like it's not really a music thing. Because that's also what I said, and we're gonna talk about that just now. It's not about music. Now it's about the other character, etc., the other person. And if part of who you are is a lot of faults, that's on you, baby boy.
Yeah, okay, so this is where I want to interject. That makes sense in battle rap, like where proper battle rap, where you're in an arena, you're face to face, you got the crowd going crazy, and you're doing that because those guys do proper research. They go thorough.
Okay,
I understand that. I think this rapper's name is Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal, big story.
I think was it in UK or something? No, it was in America. And one of the people who was battling, he spoke about his dead friend.
Yeah, I know.
He said you're responsible for your dead friend.
Yeah.
That was too far, but it's battle rap. It was like, so there I understand. Fine, take off the gloves. But in music, especially when you're A-listers and icons that the world goes, wow, this is what hip hop has become. I feel like that's where it went too far.
Nah, TK. You see, the thing is, TK. I don't know, TK.
I'm a church boy. I care.
Maybe maybe let's go with that. For one, I'm like, listen, if you were in the battle, if it was you versus some other guy, and that homie said some wild stuff, I'll be upset. You know, I'll be upset. I might want to pull up and say something to the boy. You know what I'm saying? I'll be touched. But I don't know Aubrey and Kendrick. I don't know the dudes,
just say you wanted a telenovela for men.
No.
Because it was the Real Husbands of Hollywood.
No.
Real Husbands of Hip Hop.
I'm not disputing the whole gossip that was going on. I'm not disputing. Niggas were telling on each other like crazy. I'm not disputing that. All I'm saying is that when it comes to, hey, actually, let's check back. Why didn't nobody say none of this when Tupac came out and said what he said?
About Biggie.
Yeah.
No, he said I did stuff to your wife, and then this house.
No, but that's the whole line that y'all remember. But Pac was saying some stuff about Homeboy. You know
but that was a direct line. There was no. Remember, for these guys, Kendrick and Drake, they've been saying subs to each other for the past few years.
Decade,
fine. Tupac said, "I don't do this, so I'm gonna say this directly because I don't have any other time."
What's the difference, my brother? I'm
saying subs, and I'm getting frustrated that you keep saying subs back for 10 years. Maybe it's about time I say your name. That's what happened. Boiling point.
Okay, cool. There's no... Okay, where does the restriction come in? That's what I'm asking. Because Pac, there's no restrictions when he came out. When Jay-Z and Nas were doing their thing, restrictions...
You got to also remember, at that time, hip-hop was what? In its 20s?
Yeah.
So it's still new. No one knows how to navigate that game. It's only now. It's the 51st year of hip hop. It's like, okay, it should kind of be mature. How do you handle certain stuff? Because you're still in a Western world where white people see you a certain way and they run the music industry.
I think then that's the issue, because you guys want to be politically correct because we're in 2024. It's rap, boy. There's no politically correct. We're rapping here.
Lucian Grange is wondering, Drake, are we still okay because you called a pedophile?
Nobody cares about the white guy in the room.
No, they care because they need the money.
We're rapping here, dog. That's my thing. Like, and y'all arguing saying homeboy can't rap. He rapped.
I never said he couldn't rap. He could rap.
We here now. Kendrick niggas crying. We here now.
No, he can rap. But let's conclude it.
Your face.
Let's start with Kendrick bodied it. When did I reach my end? After this is what I found distasteful. When Drake dropped the Hot Part 6, like, why would you go on a series that he owns? That the Hot series is his. It's almost like me going,
TK,
Hotline Bling Part 2.
Emotion. Where are you? Why are you feeling? Stop feeling. There's no need to feel. There isn't. Look, let me tell you, bro. You know I'm a big Drake fan, bro. You know that. Everybody that's close to me knows this. But if you had to ask me what is my favorite track that came out, Meet the Grahams was the darkest thing, bro. And that thing was hard. So I'm not even. Why are you being biased about it? Don't be biased about anything.
I just want
your feelings. Leave your feelings.
Put gloves on in the ring. Is how boxing works.
When you're listening to Kendrick's new album, don't put feelings when there's rap, papa. Where there's rap beef. There's no feelings.
And I wouldn't lie. I added Not Like Us and Euphoria to my Apple library. Like, I need to listen to this. These are bops.
I don't agree, but okay. If you say so.
It was hot. Yeah. Striking a chord, probably A minor.
That's a line. It's not a whole joint.
Yeah, but still.
You take the line. Not a whole joint.
Across America for a whole night and being played in clubs.
That was hard.
From a business perspective, that's when Drake should have stepped back. Because if you have America calling you a pedophile, you got a problem as a brand. Brand sponsors go, I don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah, I mean, word is they're having issues right now, because according to the white guy in the room, they crossed the line, and I think the pedophile thing is lingering a lot more louder.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
That I was gonna say that's the hypocrisy of the world, because we're gonna go. So Drake was saying Kendrick abuses his wife.
Yeah.
And yes, maybe he should feel the same consequences. But it's like maybe if we're weighing the crime, it's gonna be different. But still, these are just accusations.
Yeah.
Apparently, Kendrick's is it ex-wife now or Kendrick's wife?
Yeah.
The brother came out and said no, he's actually never laid a hand on Whitney.
Yeah, hearsay though. I mean, we don't. And here's my thing: like, we don't really know. We don't know these guys, dog.
But the thing is, the Drake thing. There's too many people coming out saying, "Yeah, I was 17," and then there's other. Then there's
no.
There's too many things.
No. Aubrey's got a problem. Aubrey definitely got a problem. Like he, for real. Like he's got too much trail of like issues where women are concerned, and that's because of, he definitely does need therapy, but he probably just has an issue with speaking to people because he can't speak to people about his life, really.
There's a video circulating online. Apparently, this was prophesied, not the beef or not the tracks.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's prophesied that Drake is gonna have some issues in May. This was prophesied last year.
There's a lot of prophecies on the internet, no?
Yeah. But someone said in May he's gonna have.
Sometimes I think they post them and then they just alter dates there or something.
Yeah, but sometimes it's how they get their bookings. If you are a Sangoma, you know what? Let me say something crazy. That should be the obvious ending.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just need to find the timeline where it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently a year before, someone said he's gonna have to come to some sort of a decision thing in his life where he has to decide to either grow up or be the man. He has to continue being the guy he is now. And if he doesn't decide the right way, it's gonna affect him as a business.
I think he is in a tricky position, but he is also one of those too big to fail conversations. Like it took quite a bit for the Michael Jackson thing, like they couldn't just pull the plug on Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson
is innocent, but okay.
Sorry?
Michael Jackson's innocent, but okay.
No, I'm not disputing that
Yeah.
because at the time that's not the song that majority
yeah.
was singing, right?
Yeah.
But I'm leaning more towards the fact that Michael Jackson was also too big to fail in the sense that he made too many people money, you know? And believe it or not, but Drake is in that position. He makes a lot of people money,
Yeah.
you know? So I think it's like the Diddy conversation. You know, Diddy was made, that's why it took so long for it to get to here. So even being where it is right now, it is actually a dramatic situation because he's not supposed to be in this position because he's protected so well because he makes so many people money.
But I can understand why people have issues with Drake, because if I'm hearing the information correctly, he actually owns some people's publishing that they never knew until, and then when it came out that he actually makes money from other people's work. I can understand why.
which is not like direct. It's like you own a company that owns a company that owns your publishing.
Yeah.
So not that I own your publishing directly. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's that.
So free the slaves, not rap about someone rapping like he's trying to free the slaves. Hey, the other artists.
Let's free them.
Yeah.
No. He owns the company that owns the company that owns.
How else do you think colonization works?
You signed the deal here. That's what you did.
Yeah. And then the trail starts.
No. TK, that's what you did.
And then?
Now you're saying he must save you.
Because no novice artist is going, tell me, company, who owns your company? No one asked that question.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. Like, because it's a new business. It's a very recent business chat. It's not like it's always been there. It's a recent business because you only land that, and it's an equity chat also. Not like he owns it. It's an equity chat. Excuse me. So, and this is also apparent, right? He owns equity in a company that owns equity in a company that owns your publishing.
Yeah.
Which also gives him less control to the chat. But also my thing is, we do this thing where we want to be saved. And it's like, you signed the contract. That's what I keep saying at the end of the day. Like, even we can go as far as like the bad boy conversations or whatever the case is. The only thing is that's a bullying chat. And in this case, that's not what you're talking about. Like, if Rick Ross decides to negotiate a new deal or look for whatever and signs a new deal with this company A, and he didn't know that company B owns equity here that Drake owns. It's not Drake being spiteful, and that's what everybody's like making it sound like. But that came into question, and I like how Joe Biden and them spoke about it, because it's like, why would they were questioning certain Drake moves, right? And how if it possibly benefits him or whatever. And I always feel like any beef or whatever, anything like this does, like, it makes us money to a certain extent, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
And hence why it also became this whole quote unquote civil war, where then again, you know, it was 20 against 1. It really was 20 against 1.
I love how Kendrick flipped it though.
It wasn't really a fair fight. He was getting jumped. Aubrey was getting jumped, bro. You know?
I love how Kendrick flipped it.
And I feel like Kendrick should have just told everybody to stay out. Like the same way he called Cole. Like
I don't think
J. Cole. They called J. Cole. They did. They say, yo, Cole, bro, relax, bro. It's about to come in hard and you're not good for it, you know. Schoolboy Q probably called him, you know, something.
Apparently Schoolboy Q called Cole saying, leave this thing. But that's Cole.
See?
I feel like he was like, yeah, I know what's going to happen.
But then, you see, then Mustard jumped in. Then, no, relax. I got this.
Let's not lie. The BBL Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy's joke.
Smart
BBL Drizzy.
move.
Shout out to Rick Ross for that one.
How many new artists surfaced? Beautiful. If I was Drake, my next business move would be go, guys, I've trademarked this term. You can come to this label. This was happening.
And there's a big chance that he would have made a lot. He would made a lot of money. Like for real, he would. I think what also would have been fire is if he. I think did you tweet that? No. Cesar Lomo tweeted that. He said it would be fire if like Drake jumped on that BBL Drizzy beat by Metro.
Yeah.
And that would have been fire.
It worked to his advantage, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been so fire. But he missed that.
BBL Drizzy.
I think for me, BBL Drizzy and OVO had me.
Yeah.
But that Kendrick track, Meet the Grahams, is art.
Yeah.
It's dark ass art, but it's art for sure.
Just grab a cup, you're watching before your weekend. You're watching before your weekend. You watching before you weekend. You watching before you weekend. Hey, you watching before you weekend. Hey.
Construction, a building collapsed in George, Western Cape. I think it was on Monday. There's a bit of video footage that happens. There's 75 people on site. 49 people got trapped. 6 deaths so far. This is ongoing. Well, if you're watching this on Friday, I don't know what the update is, but the last report was 6 people have died so far. There's still people trapped. There were people working through the night, pulling some of the people, rescuing. What happened? Like, was it like a in the video? It just collapsed. This is where my frustration comes in. My frustration comes in with the premier or whoever was there in that video saying, we don't know who the construction company is.
Come on, man.
You're going to have 75 people working, man, plus a project manager, plus a civil engineer. People are working on the ground. And you can't say, everyone's going, I don't know. I'm just here because I thought God sent me to this building. That is terrible. There's people dead.
Yeah, and that's such a lie. Like, because you know that's on record. Like, the building plan has all of that stuff. Like,
there's a mother who, and I think, maybe I should start with saying this. I think it's because of malpractice. I would not be surprised if some of the workers aren't South African and don't have proper documents. And if that comes out, there's going to be a whole lot of penalties. Because one of the stories was a mother had a baby on her back. She came to the site hoping that her husband made it.
So sorry, sir. Was this like a building that was done?
No, they were busy.
They were busy building, then it fell. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah.
Well, that's the video I saw. That's what it looked like. Oh, these guys, this is not a finished
building. Okay, yeah. Cool.
She saw they brought the husband out, and the husband was dead, and she just like lost control. Like, that's the first sight of her husband, and it's like that's too painful of a story to not take accountability for.
Yeah.
Like, how are you okay with, as a premier or whoever's bribing you to not say the name? What?
Yo, that's crazy, dog. That's so crazy. If I was a lawyer, I'd pull up.
Like, lawyers are probably there already. Yeah, they're bloodthirsty.
Yeah, I'd probably pull up for that one because somebody needs to pay for that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bad. 6 deaths, 75 workers on site, 49 trapped, 6 deaths so far. I don't know how many got rescued so far.
Damn, man.
Yeah, no, that was a heavy.
That's crazy.
It's been a gloomy week. A bit of a gloomy week.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been the brightest.
Yeah. Election campaign ads. Have you seen them? Have you seen the EFF ad?
I saw it because
sorry. Let's give context. So for those guys, I've actually seen there's people actually watching this thing outside of South Africa.
Yeah, the numbers are growing. Shout out, we appreciate you guys. Actually,
thank you so much.
And do engage with us. Let us know where you're watching from. I think that's dope.
Yeah,
thank you.
So we have election season coming up. I think we're like 20 days away right now. It's probably like 19 days by now. EFF put out their campaign ad. Julius Malema's party looks really good.
I know you like it, TK. I know what TK likes. TK likes
no,
that.
Guys, I'm not...
Because the clip that went viral with Julius on a whole platform was actually for this clip. That's what it actually was for.
Well, that worked so well. I was like, okay. Whoever wrote this,
yeah,
props.
It was done
really well.
They you can see they pay good money for that.
But once again, politics is a battle of marketing agencies. That's what it's reduced to now. The 30 years of democracy, this is what it's come to. Who has the better marketing agency? Who has the bigger budget? It has nothing to do with impact because everyone's going, when we have this position, we are going to. Then you're not a leader. Just say you're a coward and you're waiting for money to do things.
Except DA, they're not doing that.
Well, DA has Western Cape.
Yeah, they're just saying, yo, ANC is bad. Don't vote for ANC.
Oh, have you seen that?
That's their whole campaign. Horrific, bro.
With that
horrific.
With the South African branding
flag. Yeah, horrific. Stupid idea.
Minister of Arts and Culture says this should be considered treason.
It should be. Most definitely, bro.
Oh,
it's horrific.
They had the worst.
No, I can, like, with my chest, I would like to say whoever worked on that campaign is stupid.
Yeah, they might as well just like rebrand it to Oranje.
Might as well.
And the blacks were there.
I saw that on...
I'm confused.
Yeah, I think I saw maybe one of the ministers post that. Yeah, somebody prominent. Oh, no. It was the guy who does like a lot of brand essay work. He posted on his Instagram. And I was like, before I read the caption, I'm watching the clip. And I'm like, is this SA flag burning? Like, how? What's going on? And I scrolled and I read it, and it's like, yo, this is the DA ad. I was like,
it's so crazy how as humans, and maybe you guys can indulge me in this thought. When you see your own flag burning, it's weird that it does something to like your conscience. Even if you're like, oh no, I just want to go to Australia. When you see your flag burning, it's like I don't know why it moves us so much. Because I'm thinking about remember Questa's music video with Wale, Spirit.
yes.
Beautiful music video.
Yeah.
And then you see that scene where someone's dragging the old South African flag.
Yeah.
And you see it burning.
Yeah.
I'm sure as Africans, you're watching that going, beautiful.
Yes.
What an iconic scene.
Yeah.
But what if that was a South African flag?
I don't think it would have went down well.
Yeah.
I
I
don't.
think people would have gone,
And-
what are you saying?
And it's probably possible that somebody suggested that first. You know, as a creative idea and a creative homage or whatever the case is. Like, yo, imagine somebody, you know, burning the SA flag, pulling that. The imagery sounds cool. No, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know what DAA was trying to pull off. I will say the only party because this is my view of elections now. It's just about who has better marketing. Rise Mzansi, they pulling stunts. I guess when you have Oppenheimer money, things look beautiful.
You've been campaigning for these guys, TK.
There's just something that looks unique. I just don't know.
Are they paying you, TK?
No, they're not paying me. Because this is my probe to them, and if
You need to
hopefully
share the check if they pay you.
I do want to know what are you guys doing for people in the townships. That's my only. That's the first thing I'll go to when I think about parties. Like, show me what you do in the townships before you come to people in the suburbs. I haven't seen Rise do anything.
What's the one thing you think they should be doing?
There's too many layered things in South Africa because someone
Like
will go.
townships are tricky.
It's the hardest thing
Townships
to do.
are
Who said
so
it?
tricky.
I was watching a debate on Sunday on SABC. Someone said we're gonna build. I think it was Rise. They said we're gonna build factories in townships. Like that doesn't make sense because firstly, people aren't supposed to be living in townships.
Yes.
So how are you gonna build a township in a place that's not habitable?
Yeah.
A factory in a place that's not habitable.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense.
It doesn't. It didn't.
I hear what they're trying to say that because she was saying people shouldn't travel hours to work. I hear it because we got people coming from Mpumalanga to Gauteng for work every day. I hear the thought, but the logistics of building a factory in the Tembisa or Alexandra, not real.
No, and the thing is, people are too. When you say something like that, people also feel like, yeah, why can't Tembisa have it? The thing is, people don't even understand. Like, the whole point, even to what TK is saying, is like, townships are not supposed to exist, bro. Like, and if you actually look at a map where townships are situated, they spread into places where you can't even live because there isn't like a switch set up. They none of that. So we're busy expanding a place that's not supposed to be lived in.
Exactly.
You know, and my father said something interesting more recently when I was having a chat with him. He said like townships should be closed, like in a sense that there shouldn't be any how do I put this development in townships, but you kind of do all that effort to make people comfortable in the township should be put outside and in efforts to take them out the township.
The goal should be to take them out, yes.
So essentially, you have the people come out, and when you develop the outside, it will probably go in, but when you fix the other way around, you fix, obviously you only utilize the right spaces because you're very conscious of infrastructure usage. So you'll only fix the right places.
Yeah.
You know, and therefore you would have gotten a lot more people out, etc. And I think yes, in the detail of it, it's not as it's easier said than done. Most definitely because it's so layered in such a way that in townships you have more than one family living in one yard. You know, you have things like that. But nonetheless, I think not doing anything about it doesn't make sense. And making people comfortable in townships is like making people comfortable in jail. It doesn't change the fact that they're in jail.
100%.
Yeah.
This would be my weirdest tactic if I were like a strategist for a party. Let's say I had Rise and Oppenheimer money.
It's Told you guys.
We buy no
Told
because
you.
I can't think. Or maybe EFF could. It could. The idea could fit with EFF, but can't fit with anyone else. Not ANC. I'm done with ANC. This is a public video. My dad's ANC. I'm not ANC. So
So you voting
don't attach
for,
my surname there.
You're
ever.
voting for Rice.
I don't know yet. I have to read the thing because someone said something
I've
very
been
interesting.
convincing you every episode to vote for
No,
EFF.
because someone said something very interesting about Rise. They said Rise looks like they're only caring about middle to upper class. They're not caring about the townships. They're not caring about. They said BEE. They want to also. I think they said something about speaking, not removing it, but speaking against how it works. I need to go read up on what they actually trying to say with that.
Yeah.
But my one weird idea, and I wonder what you guys would think about this. Buy 15 to 20% of all the existing land in South Africa that's not being used. Harvest, and just give to lower income households. Give all the vegetables, all the crops to low income households. Because one of my thoughts have been, imagine families don't have to worry about what they're going to eat. How much innovation could you drive if they're not worried about where they're eating? Now, if I know, okay, my family's going to eat, so I can try to take the risk and register a business.
I get what
I feel like something like that. If I could take one worry off your table, so you can focus on trying to be ambitious, and that ambition could change your family and change where you come from.
Yeah.
I feel like that risk is a risk I'm prepared to take. Let's buy land, and we can figure out redistribution later. But let's acquire land, start hire people, harvest, and you're harvesting for South Africa. If you don't have to worry about what
I
you're
already
gonna
know the people watching are gonna have you on 2 points. They're gonna have you on the first point of buying land,
eat, 100%.
right? The second point is gonna be where are we making money when we're giving food away?
No, money mustn't be made. You're giving. So much has been taken from South Africans. It's just time to give. Tell Verwoerd to Futek. Pretorius, Futek. Whoever owns land, if you have a surname like that, Van Wyk, Pretorius, Verwoerd, like whatever, Van Niekerk, Pina, Futek, we're taking it, we're feeding people.
The views of this.
No, guys, I'm serious. It's so weird hearing that you can't eat and then you travel. We have the privilege to travel through the country. You go, wait a minute. We've just passed 5 kilometers of land that's not used.
Not used. Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yep. Owned by somebody though,
Owned by someone.
who technically stole it.
And they probably don't even know that. Oh, wait. So you telling me I own 10 kilometers by 10 kilometers? I can build my own city? But you don't have the money. So for tech, go stay in Australia and give it back to us. Okay, I'm done.
They pissed off TK. Damn. I hear you, my boy. I hear you. The niggas need to leave, man. They need to leave. But okay. I agree with you in terms of if you sort out where do I eat or what am I gonna eat factor, I agree with that.
And Mark Cuban says something like that. I think he's focused on the medical thing right now.
Yeah.
But he says something like that made me go, wait a minute. I mean, you've been to all the provinces in South Africa, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like just seeing how much space there is, we can probably, and I sound very idealistic saying that, we probably can solve 60% of South Africa's hunger.
Yeah, because we've got the land for it like that. In terms
It's crazy.
our land is, whatever, fertile or
Yeah.
whatnot, all of that. Unlike
On top of that, we have the best vegetation in Africa.
Yeah, we have the space for that. Whereas other countries, I think like America, is not so much like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
Sorry for that, guys.
Yo, so actually, like while we're on this, I was wondering something like during the week or whatever the case is. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what popped up. I forgot how I got to this, but should celebrities? Do you feel like celebrities should speak on social matters? Because they are quote unquote influential. How do you like? I think it's the emphasis on should.
If you're knowledgeable, if you actually care. I have an issue with celebrities who are ignorant and just doing it for a bag, or just because they're venting because they saw a minister do something stupid. You haven't done your thorough research. Especially, I think that's a responsibility celebrities should have. Like, and I guess you can't contractualize it, but like, if you're gonna speak about something that is public, you can't speak from a place of emotion or ignorance. Please back it up. because the smallest thing you say could move someone, could sway a whole group in the wrong direction. We live in a world of propaganda.
Yeah.
America still thinks there's some Americans who still think, oh, what Israel's doing is right, and that's just because they own the media. So they're being influenced to believe, oh yeah, no, you should be committing a genocide. They won't word it like that, of course. They would just say, oh no, Palestine hit them, so it's time to get back, because America thinks they're a hero in everyone's story.
For sure.
Yeah, speaking of which, I hate when Americans go, I'm in the military, thank you for your service. What service? You came and stole and murdered. What service?
Yeah.
What crime?
You were going, it's crazy, that thing, like, they thanking people for going in and heisting.
In a place that's not yours.
Imagine thanking people that do a heist. Like, thank you very much for heisting.
Guys, this is a problematic episode. We're sorry. We're sorry, but you got to hear it today.
Yeah, I mean, like, they go in there, and I mean, I always question, like, do they know it? Do they not? I watch a lot of, the irony of what I'm saying is that I watch a lot of war or movies based on, like, soldiers and stuff like that. But it's also because of this thing. Like, I watch and I'm like,
why do you think you guys?
Like, you guys.
Who are you saving?
Like, yeah. Like, who are you saving when you guys are the Americans in the country? Like, the people who live here, they don't need to be saved.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just strange.
I think that's why movies like Black Panther, the first Black Panther hit, like little scenes where I'm not much of an MCU like fan, but I've watched it. So that scene where that person says, "Don't touch me, colonizer." Like, Africans felt that, like, yeah, I've been wanting to say this. I wish I could say this to someone.
I watched it in cinemas. Did you watch it in cinemas?
No.
I watched it in cinemas and people clap.
Really?
Yeah. also the scene where I think they're talking strategy or whatever the case is, and then the white guy speaks, and then the dude says, "If you speak again, I'll feed you to my kids," or something like that. He says something like wild.
Oh.
And then the dude is just like, it's like, this is not what you speak, my brother.
Yeah.
You need to adhere to orders.
Yeah.
Yo.
This is circling back to the Kendrick and Drake chat.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter said, who was it? Some white guy said, oh, this is such a good line. Kendrick said, "You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer." A white guy tweeted that.
Okay.
And then someone's like, this is not your place to talk. Like, don't involve yourself in that line.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, finally, you guys are checking each other. Oh, where was this?
There was. I don't know if that's the same one. They're these two podcasters, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So no, not podcasters. The guy from Hot 97,
Rosenberg, yeah.
Rosenberg tweeted the line, and then Rory and Thingy said,
"That's what I'm talking about." Yes,
this is not the line. This is
don't. I loved it. Like,
yeah, that was
You're
good.
The white guy.
That was good. He's like, yo, my brother, no, don't do that.
Okay, let's move.
Yeah.
Shell is sorry. Before I say Shell, Amazon's in South Africa. It's now live.
They trying to take a lot spot.
You know,
I think that should like take a lot of South African, no?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
No, because when you have Jeff Bezos' budget,
Yeah.
your marketing should be amazing.
Yeah.
They said, we're live in South Africa, free delivery. Is that all you're gonna do against Takealot? Get out. Why are you here? Takealot owns the market. You cannot say free delivery and that's gonna be your strategy to get us to go, let's go check out the website. Do you remember when Mall of Africa opened? Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Remember what happened that week?
Uh-uh.
The day Mall of Africa opened,
Didn't
they
it
said
get like
everything in every shop, half price. Apple Store sold out. Everyone, like all the big places where you can't afford a TV's 13K is now 6K.
Oh, that's
why it's so busy.
I just remember it being packed.
It's for that reason.
Oh, okay. I think I missed that.
Whoever owned the mall, I don't know how that strategy worked.
Yeah.
But if you had a shop, slashing all your prices. If you exist in that mall, smart. That was the smartest strategy ever.
Yeah.
Of course, it was overcrowded, but it worked.
It did.
You Amazon saying we're just gonna offer you free delivery
In South Africa.
Takealot does this already.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you're not playing the game.
Oh, Takealot is free, yeah?
No, you still pay for delivery.
Yeah.
But I think there's a certain amount you pay,
Yes.
and then it's like free delivery. It's like so.
I
It's
got
like
you. I got you. Yeah.
Amazon,
if
you
you
playing
do more
games.
than 500 or whatever the
Yeah.
case is. Yeah. Yeah. No. I was even thinking like they're gonna do the whole. Because remember when like Spotify came out, like Spotify dropped the bag.
yeah,
Oof. They had the faces.
yeah.
They had like Shekinah, Ricky, and all of them.
remember that.
They cut them a whole big check for billboards.
Did that ever work? What was the impact of them?
It did.
I mean, I know like a lot of us podcasts are on Spotify, but did that?
No. So, not a lot of people know this, but Spotify is the most popular, like probably right under Apple, for obvious reasons.
Mm.
But like it's Apple and Spotify.
Mm.
But like, Spotify is not even the platform that gives you the most amount of money for your stream.
Oh, okay.
That's the crazy part. Like people don't know that.
Okay.
So if you pull up the stats and you check, so the streaming numbers are not all the same. So platform give you
Is it specifically for podcasts, or you mean like
no.
music and
This
whatever?
audio. This
Okay.
is general, right? So I thought we actually had this conversation. That's why I was like kind of overrunning over it. But like, so platforms give you a different amount each. By actual fact, it's not. There's no standard number per se.
Okay.
So let's just say like for one stream you get $1. That notion.
Oh yes.
Or like for one stream you
Yeah.
get like 50 cents, or you know what I'm saying.
Spotify's numbers weren't
Spotify is actually number 4 on that
interesting.
line. Can you guess who's number 1? Just like take a guess.
Part of me wants to think it's Google or Android or something.
Nah, it's Tidal. They give you the most
Are they
for one
still up?
stream. Yeah, Tidal's still active.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you see,
Do they do
Um,
podcasts? We would like to earn.
you get what I'm saying? You feel me?
Feed a black
all
man.
it is, and I'm actually going to share this. All it is actually, which is what needs to change, right? Is that artists need to get this information, which is there's a project that I'm working on that we're trying to get this information out to actually artists. Artists need to get this information and know like how the platforms break down per stream, because everybody thinks it's the same and it's not the same. The only reason everybody goes to or says a Spotify or Apple, it's a marketing thing. It's like you would probably assume that Nike is the leading athleisure brand in the world.
Yeah,
Numbers
but that's
up,
just
right?
marketing. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's actually a whole nother brand called something like Lemon something.
interesting.
That's they're number 1 in the world right now.
And that's in terms of sales.
Yeah. Crazy. When I saw that, I was also shook, right? I just forgot the name of it. I'll circle back to that. But the whole point is like artists should get that information. And all it is if you push individuals, obviously when you're driving your marketing, etc., for people to consume on those platforms. The only thing that becomes then a little bit of barrier to entry and things like that. And that's where Tidal, it's the reason why Tidal is a pro and a con, right? It's like Jay-Z did that whole move not for the whole let me help artists
Yeah.
He did a business move for himself by actual fact, which when I went into it, it was brilliant. He created the platform, gassed it up with all the artists, which spiked up valuation. And once the valuation was high, he didn't take long to sell the stake, his stake in Tidal, or like a percentage of it, a large percentage of it. He only owns a lesser percentage now. There's another entity that controls it, but he did that very quickly, and that was the whole play. Hence why consumption on Spotify versus a Tidal is different. Like Tidal, you have to hit that subscription at that high level, where Spotify is a lot less, and also for Tidal, they don't market like that, whatever. So it becomes like this exclusive or elite streaming platform or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? But that's literally like the whole chat. Like Spotify is not even. Spotify just really put money behind marketing to on launch or on like coming out and
Give it the
opening these different
perception.
market for them to get into the conversation immediately. So when they said we're opening offices in South Africa, they wanted to get into the market immediately. So they put money behind it and threw them into the chat.
Yeah. But I think is that not what marketing is becoming now? If I can get
sure.
you to buy perception,
For sure.
it's not what the facts are. Let me just get you to buy perception, then I got you.
Yeah, but that is marketing, to really be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
like there's a guy we both know.
Yeah.
I need to not do a 30 seconds gain.
Nah,
clue
I'm not
thing.
gonna say the name, but just
There's
go.
a person we know. He will say something like, "This is the most listened to breakfast show.
Yeah,
And if you hear that enough times, you will believe it.
100%.
You'll completely forget that, oh, actually, Highveld has the biggest listening in Gauteng.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's like, yeah, how do you... And I think that should be a masterclass. Amped, Calvin's ready for you to do a masterclass on how do you build perception, and then you see a back-end version of that. Like, how do you make sure your perception matches?
reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause that's a whole other... That's the harder part. It's
But
easy to build perception.
that's literally the, you know, when I say the three elements, like product, packaging, distribution. Perception is packaging. Like the way you package something and etc. It's like that's what the whole, oh, it looks whatever.
Yeah. The problem with social media is you can't go, this is the most listened to podcast. Because someone's going to go, are you sure? Joe Rogan. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
I was just saying.
for sure.
It's the most
is.
listened to among our circle. Like,
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a lot harder right now because of that, but there's ways to do it where you're say like you're getting away with the statement, but you're also not lying. Yeah, you know, there's a way to say
Yeah.
it. There's a way to say it. So yeah.
okay, we've got to start nearing an end. Oh, they wanted to bring up a really good thing. Okay, we'll end off with this.
Like Ghana being in South Africa.
What's that about? What?
Oh, alright.
What's that about? What's that?
It's SA hosting snitches. What's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you?
Hosting what?
What's wrong with you? Y'all hosting snitch niggas.
What are you talking about?
Ghana, the rapper, wasn't it?
Oh, the rapper. I thought you were in the country.
No, not Ghana.
Oh, I saw the photos.
Yeah. I'm like, why is it-
You make it sound like he owes you money.
Hey, boy, this snitch, boy.
Calvin. Says the
Y'all
same
know
guy
that, y'all know
who supports the guy getting you beating on your wife.
Yeah? What? No, I don't support. Listen, bro. I said I'm a big Drake fan. Y'all know that. But Aubrey got issues, bro. Aubrey got problems.
Jiggy, heavy.
BBL Drizzy. That nigga got problems. He's not my friend. That's the thing. Like, I don't know the guy.
Okay, so because we got like 5 minutes. This is the last point I want to bring up, and then I want to go to this last thing. Shaw is exiting South Africa.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere.
In my head, first time I heard is like, this might be a good move, but
everything's fine. I mean, everything's fine. We have Toto, we have BP.
the thing is, this is the problem. It's an employment problem because they have 700 stations across the country, 700 stations, gas stations around the country.
Damn.
So it's like I don't know how many people that is. I've always felt for a while if Sasol can have some 20-year plan to slowly buy American stations out, because Sasol's the only gas station in South Africa that makes their own fuel.
Oh yeah, Sasol actually.
It only makes sense that the government gets behind them and says, here's 50 billion. So you got a 20-year plan.
So by actual fact, Sasol should buy Shell's assets.
Shell, Caltex, who else is American?
Total. No, Total's French. Total.
It's French.
BP.
Yeah. BP's not ours.
Nope.
It's French.
No, BM Petroleum's American.
Yeah, so I feel like they need a 20, 30-year or 20 to 50-year plan. How do you get these guys out and be the only sole supplier and then welcome competition like Talco?
Well, them and the Indian guys in Lodium, no, those guys are very important. What's wrong? Those guys are very important.
Guys,
Mahmoud owns.
this is a
Mahmoud
deeper
and his
cut than
family.
anything I've ever said on B4UWKND.
I aspire to own like them. I want to go to them niggas and ask them how they doing it. How are they own? But have you never thought of that? Like I had a friend in high school whose family owned like 5 petrol stations and 6 supermarkets. Like, how do you own a petrol station, bro?
I don't want to entertain this conversation because
asking.
this can borderline racism in a second.
I'm not racist. The guys,
my friend-
they know what they're doing, bro. Those guys know what they're doing. Like we out here. You know what? It's fine.
You can't see your words. Okay, last thing. Let's wrap this up. So I was doing a bit of research at what's happening in corporate South Africa. And this article, I don't know if it's an article, but 10 reasons why corporations in first world countries might employ South Africans or Africans.
Yeah.
Let's start at 10.
Okay.
Social responsibility and sustainability. Some companies prioritize social responsibility and sustainability initiatives, and hiring from diverse backgrounds, including South Africa or Africans, align with these values.
They're employing Africans for CSI.
Yeah. That's like, are you donating a job position?
Literally. They probably marking your salary as a donation.
Yeah, like, it's a tax write-off, right? Number 9, networking and partnerships.
Oh, man.
Number 9, networking and partnerships. Hiring African professionals can facilitate networking and partnerships with African businesses and governments, creating new opportunities for international collaboration. That just sounds like an agenda.
I have 50 Africans that work for me, you know. We should work.
You're not the guy, but I know the guy.
I'm pro-African.
This was a weird one. Number 8, education and training. Many South Africans and Africans receive education and training in fields like engineering, medicine, finance, and IT, making them valuable assets for companies seeking skilled professionals. What's wrong with their own people? Do they just cost too much?
People are not smart enough to.
Yeah.
You know that. We both know that.
Number 7, work ethic and adaptability. South Africans are known for a strong work ethic and adaptability, which are valuable traits in dynamic corporate environments. I kind of get that, but they should have just said Africans then.
Yeah, hire the guys that were slaves, right?
Someone's not gonna ask me, where's my 40 acres and a mule? Number 6, innovation and creativity. Cultural diversity can foster innovation and create and create problem solving within teams, leading to better products and services.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, Africans are creative.
Maybe how it's worded is weird.
Yeah, we're the most creative, so makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
Number 5, global market knowledge. Africans may bring valuable insights into African markets, helping companies expand their operations or enter new markets on their continent. I hate it when that's the reason. Like, we're hiring you because we're going to use you to establish our offices there.
And they're not even paying you the value of what you're helping them establish.
Yeah.
Like, they still giving you a donation.
I remember there was a job interview I had, and this is what the CEO said to me. He said, we want to hire people in Africa because even though we can get the same services in America, it's technically cheaper for us to hire you guys there.
Slavery, I told you.
I was like,
Slavery. And he's saying it with a smile, so
yeah.
Are you happy being
My
a slave?
Hypocrisy was like, but it is dollars.
Yeah. I know.
But it's dollars though.
I know.
Number 4, cost-effective talent. Compared to hiring for more expensive talent pools in Western countries,
That's
employing
what you
South
just
Africans,
explained. Cheap talent.
Employing South Africans or Africans can be cost-effective, especially for roles that don't require physical presence.
Oh, the whole, what is it? Remote working.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3, language proficiency. South Africans are more often proficient in English, which is a significant advantage for companies operating in English-speaking markets or dealing with international clients. I get that.
You know what's interesting? Like, around the world, like, we probably speak the best English.
South Africa is ranked the country with the second best accents in the world.
Who's number 1?
I didn't know. I didn't care.
Do you know there's a guy in Mamelodi that speaks better English than a guy in England, bro?
Believable.
Like, you know, Pitori people speak beautiful English.
It made me want to ask whose accent got us to the second, because it can't be hey. Because if that was the accent.
No. It's the USA content. It is. You know, it's just that, like, because it's the language, the accent maybe came from. I don't know where the accent came from, but it's us consuming a lot of. We consume.
Oh yeah. I agree.
It's not Abu Jan Pirivit.
Okay, I'm glad that's how you went with it. Just like I thought. I thought we were gonna have a problem. Okay, listen to the last 2.
Yeah.
Number 2, specialized skills. African professionals often bring unique skills and perspectives, particularly in sectors like mining, agriculture. That hurts. Mining, agriculture, and renewable energy, due to Africa's rich natural resources and emerging markets. That, for me, sounds like a problem.
Why?
Because we need you because you know how to navigate your own land. You understand your agriculture. You understand your mining.
Yeah.
So be the guy who does that for us. Here's a cut, and we'll call you CEO in the next 5 years.
Take this donation,
and you'll be earning 100 million. That you'll be the next LinkedIn article. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying names. I'm just saying that's.
What if they put black CEOs' salaries under donations?
That would be hectic. How much money are you making if 100 million is a donation?
Ah, man, yo.
And then the last one, I don't believe this one. They said, number one, diversity and inclusion initiatives. Many companies prioritize diversity in their workforce to foster innovation and represent global markets better. Hiring South Africans or Africans add cultural and ethnic diversity to the organization. I don't believe that reason. I don't think they care. If you're on a Fortune 500, the last thing you care about is race.
Yeah. I agree with that as well. Yeah, I guess that's the week, bro.
The end of your lunch break.
Do you see Fly SA Fair is doing that competition again?
I tried that thing last year.
What is it? It's like, is that like brilliant marketing or?
It is. I won't lie, because it gets you to stay on the page for long, and then now your analytics say you're on the site for 3 days.
Yeah.
And now your Google reports that they get goes.
And the data collection is crazy.
Website. Yeah. So now if anyone types in the next month flights 2.
I was chuckling. I was like, this is brilliant.
Yeah. Now if anyone types flights 2, of course you're going to be the first hits in the country for the next year. You're done.
Yeah. Damn, man.
Take us home, sir.
Last two that I wanted to bring up was shout out to Durban Gogo. She's going to be doing her debut at Tomorrowland, Belgium. Big stage. That's like, that lineup is like 100 DJs or something like that.
Hectic.
It's crazy. So she's doing her thing there.
Wow.
Met Gala last night was, that's my stuff. TK was not watching that. I know that for sure.
Yeah, because I'll wait close for Mr. Price.
Okay, TK. Tyler was at the Met Gala first time.
You better be back for elections, Tyler. That's the truth or dare.
That's the truth.
Got it? Because that's your song?
Yeah. I didn't even know that. I actually haven't listened to the album, but shout out to Tyler. No, but I love her though. You know the thing with the Tyler chat, right? I said this to somebody. I was like, I'm gonna have to admit that Tyler probably doesn't make music that I listen to, but I love and support her. Like I mess with her. I think her energy is dope. And obviously what she represents for us right now in the movement that's happening alongside Amapiano and everything. But I think she's also projected to be like a really big figure at the way that they're navigating it.
I can see it happening, yeah.
Just because she ticks all the right boxes.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I don't listen to her stuff. But anyway, she was out there, Met Gala. That was dope. I think that's about it. Oh, one last question. Do you think cosigns matter?
Yes.
Like
not thoroughly, but it carries value.
Okay.
I think in line with our work, for sure. I think in line with in any industry, to hear that, oh no, I know this guy, he's solid, he's done whatever. Even in little practical things like, oh, this guy's asking you for money. No, he does pay back. He asks me for money. He'll do it. I think it's a real thing.
Okay. All right, cool. All good. Shout out. You guys good? That was fun, eh? Yeah. All right. Now, thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it. This was dope. Another week. A lot's been happening. Please make sure that you go to the voting stations in the coming weeks so that we can vote the current party out. Thank you. That's the whole mission, guys. That's all it is. Yeah. That's really just, let's focus. Let's all stay on the same track. Let's do the same thing. Crazy. Have you heard the song by, what's his name? You know his name. Check. Yeah. Have you heard the song? You haven't? TK, where are you living, bro?
Don't do
get
that.
Your word on. It's a hip hop joint, bro.
Is it good?
He dropped a video the other day. He's over 1 million.
What's it called?
Yeah. Check.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Okay, shout out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. We do appreciate you guys. Please continue to connect with us, like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow us on social media as well. Engage with us, please. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching from out the country, we'd love to know that, especially because we travel quite a bit, so we can engage with some of the people out there, or maybe create content in one of the countries that has a lot of you guys watching from there. So that's something we can consider. So we appreciate you. Appreciate the support that you guys have been giving us. Stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. And please, let's vote out these guys.
I'm a piano artist. Please create beef.
No, none of that. Hey, nigga.
Because imagine dance challenges. That's why no one listens to your music. Okay, I'm done. End this thing.
Watch it before you weekend.